Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today we've got a redesign with this client. You would have seen, well, not necessarily, but her original set that I'm just taking off now was also on my channel. So I'm pretty sure her last 3 sets have been on the channel. So you can see basically every set she's had for the past like 3 months. So yeah, we're just removing the design and the majority of the acrylic for this one. I am removing pretty much everything because the next design we're doing is going to be done with acrylic. So I'm filing back to the original clear base that I had before I did that last set, because we do flip between gel polish designs and acrylic designs for this client. Majority of the time they are acrylic though, so we do always have a clear base to file back to. And then just using my flame bit from Willow Academy, just to basically push the cuticles back and lift them from the nail plate as well at the same time. It looks like I'm being really rough, but I'm not. It's literally just because it's sped up, so it looks really quite aggressive, but it isn't. I was very gentle, low RPMs, so not to cause any damage or anything. And then we're just going along, lifting that skin from the nail bed, the nail plate even, not the nail bed. And then it makes it much easier for me to remove the excess dead skin. And then we can go in with the rest of the prep. Like, I've totally forgot what I was talking about. I've literally gone totally blank. Well, here we are. I don't know why I'm trying to think of it when I'm literally doing it. But yeah, removing the cuticle area, removing the cuticles and prepping the cuticle area. Here we are. I'm doing this with a hand file because you would know by now that I got a new file, an e-file. And then literally 2 days after getting the new e-file, I lost my mandrel bit, which is really unhelpful because obviously I use sanding bands to refine the product after application and also to prep the nail itself before application. So it's quite annoying. I've had to do all that with a hand file for a couple of days. The mandrel did actually come, like I ordered one the day before and it did actually come on the day that I filmed this video, but it came about 15 minutes after my client left, which is really annoying. But yeah, that's always the way it goes, isn't it? So I'm just prepping the nails now with this file. You don't really have to prep the acrylic area, but I like to, because obviously I like to make sure that the shape is how I want it, roughly ready for the design. And also I just like to make sure everything's nice and smooth and then everything applies better, especially because I'm going in with an ombre on these nails. So it's nice for everything to be nice and smooth. So then when I apply my infill of the clear base area, it will all even out and then it'll be much better when it comes to application. It is really, really thin, so that is why I am holding the nail on the top and underneath just to really support it and making sure that I'm not putting too much pressure on with the file without supporting the nail itself to make sure it doesn't snap or anything, because there's nothing more annoying than like doing all this, getting to this point and then snapping it off. So we're going in with a relatively straightforward, pretty easy, what's it called, like neutral design today. This client does love her crazy nails, but we're going for neutral this time. She likes to be fair, we do mix between the two. Obviously, as you just saw, she's just had a lovely bright orange and yellow set, so now we are going for something a little bit different. But even when we have what we call like neutral natural sets, they're always still not like plain or boring or anything, because we like a bit of design. So I'm just preparing a little bit on this side wall here just to make sure that it's nice and even, just like the rest of the nails. And then we're just filling in that little gap with the clear, because obviously next time if she doesn't want the exact same set, which is very unlikely, we'll be able to file back to this clear layer and then start afresh. I'm just applying Tears Beauty Radiant White. That was Tears Beauty Crystal Clear that we've just used for the base. Just applying Radiant White on the free edge, making sure it's nice and blended. Well, actually no, it doesn't matter whether this one's blended or not, because I'm just going to be applying white all over the nail. And then we're going to be going in with Sparkle Supplies UK Iced Gold, which is a really fine glitter. It's like an iridescent but the gold tint to it. So we're going to be applying that on top of this just to give it a little bit of something extra so it's not too plain. And then we're also going to be using that iced gold on the white for the 2 ombre nails as well, which are the middle nail and the thumbnail. And then the ring finger and index finger, I'm just going to be applying Obsession from CJP, which is a beautiful deep pink. It's a deep pink. Yeah, I'd say it's a deep pink cover powder. So we're going to be using that as our like nail nail colour, if that makes any sense. Like I'm not going to be painting the nail a colour on top, like that is going to be the colour of those two nails. We're going to be doing a V French on the ring finger and a little bit of stamping on the index finger. My client does always bring me pictures, but we never really end up having what she brings in, to be honest. But she always likes them, so it's not a problem. We mainly just use the pictures as inspo, and then majority of the time we don't end up having anything that looks like them at the end, but we still come up with a design from it anyway, so it's not an issue. So I'm just going in with Obsession. I've sped this bit up because it is literally just a full nail of this colour. It's not really that exciting. I didn't want this clip to go on for like way too long because, like I said, it's not really very exciting. It's literally just all one colour. And yeah, just the same on the index nail as well. And then we can move over to, I think I did obviously the middle nail next, then the index nail, then the thumb, but the thumb and the middle nail are the same, so I don't think I filmed every part of both of those nails. I think I just did bits of one and the other. And then yeah, so here we're just applying white about halfway down and then pulling it up. So while it's still like relatively wet, I'm pulling it up to make sure it's nice and blended because we're going in with an ombre, and if that line there is really thick, it'll be really difficult to get the colour that you put in at the base, like the cuticle area over it, it'll be really difficult to get that to blend because it'll just keep catching on the lumps and bumps of the colour that we've just put down. So I'm just making sure it's nice and, well, just nice and blended out really, it just makes it a bit easier. And then applying iced gold on top of the white just to give it a bit of sparkle because it's not like too in your face sort of glitter. Is more of a shimmer, but it's like it's enough. You can see it, but it's not really obvious to someone who just like quickly glance. So really good for people who want a bit of shimmer but are not massive fans of like too crazy glitter, which I don't trust those types of people. I'm joking, but yeah, it is good for people who are not always 100% keen on having crazy glitter. And then this nail again is the same as the ring finger. I don't know why I left it in, but it's just a full nail of Obsession again. Once I've done that one, I'm just going in with Obsession again to create this blend. The blend wasn't really majorly important because I did use iced gold over the top of the blend as well and blended it upwards. So it wasn't too important, but obviously we wanted to get it as close to as what we wanted it like as possible. And then we can just use iced gold just to help out with the blend. Didn't really need to, but obviously that was the plan anyway, so I wasn't too worried about the blend at all. I'm really sorry about it being out of focus. Oh, there we go. It was almost like I knew it was coming, but I actually didn't. So I'm just adding a little bit more just to make sure that the pink area is like opaque pink and how I want it. Again, not really too bothered about the blend. Then I will pick up a little bit of iced gold, place it in the middle, blend it up and down just to help out with that blend. And then we can move on to the next nail. I really loved these actually. I'm not a huge fan of just plain ombre, but I think add a little bit of shimmer or just add a bit of anything to a plain ombre, it just makes it so much better. So now we're going in with our V French. I have wiped over all of the nails, like I filed them all obviously. I've capped and filed them all and then wiped over with acetone to melt any scratches that I've created with the file. We'll do that every single time. Makes them all nice and smooth, much easier to work on in this sort of design, and also makes them much clearer when it comes to top coat. So I'm just going in with Magpie Beauty white gel paint to create this because it's nice and opaque. Only have to do one coat of it, and then obviously we can just go ahead and top coat, so it's super good. And then you only see a very, very small snippet, so I'm going to explain it now because it'll be here and gone in about 2 seconds flat. But I also did some stamping on the index finger. It was just a little dream catcher, really, really cute, something a little bit different, and that was just in white, which I also used a Moira plate to do it, and I used a Moira white stamping polish and the Moira stamper as well. So we're just going with top coat now. I'm using the Tears Beauty top coat. My phone is about to die, so I need to say this bit really, really quick, but I'm using the Tears Beauty gel no wipe top coat just to put on top. It's nice and clear. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye.